crack. Black kids went to jail, black men went to jail, black women went to jail, black...
How you doing, baby doll? Let me introduce myself. My name is Daddy Big Mouth. I'm the exposer of hypocrite TikTokers who spread hate and propaganda all over the internet. I love doing this. Here you are, complaining and whining and shedding tears while living in luxury with food and water in your fridge, saying that you are oppressed in the most luxurious land where you, an entitled American, are living rent-free, deceiving and creating propaganda to hurt others. Now, I openly challenge you with a $10,000 reward to prove anything you just said is true in any way, shape, or form. The only reason that the crime is more in the black neighborhoods is because they create more crime than any other percentage of races in America. Acknowledge me and stand and salute.
This may well very be the easiest video to destroy that I have ever duetted in my whole fucking life. First off, crack cocaine at one time was 100 to 1. Therefore, if you were caught with crack cocaine, you would get 100 times the amount of time that you would get for cocaine, even though the two drugs are relatively the same drug. But crack cocaine was only in one place. It was in urban communities. It was in the hands of black men. So therefore, black men getting incarcerated and getting more time is actually a true statement. Now, I don't like Conscious Lee, but nothing he said was not true. Black people got more time for crack cocaine. It was actually officially put into the drug laws. Meanwhile, during the opioid epidemic, which was more recently, white people got help. Matter of fact, pharmaceutical companies were actually sued by whole states for millions and millions of dollars. And guess what? The pharmaceutical companies lost the lawsuits. Rehab centers are everywhere for heroin addiction. As a matter of fact, if you get caught with heroin, they're just going to put you on Suboxone. They're going to send you somewhere and they're going to let you get off it. They're going to actually help you. You get caught with crack cocaine, you're going to prison. Now, some of these laws were changed during the Obama administration. They brought it from 101 down to 18 to 1. This was a long thing that was going on for a long time, and it went on for decades before those laws were actually changed. So yes, black men were being incarcerated for longer amounts of time. The addiction rates within the community were being criminalized instead of decriminalized like opioid addiction is being, and they were not being sent to rehab for help. They were being sent to prison. As a matter of fact, every prison had a KSAP or an ASAP program that was almost directly involved with people with crack cocaine, etc., but while in prison. Meanwhile, opioid addiction, heroin addicts, pill addicts, etc., were being sent to rehab programs all across the country and still are to this day. Now, the opioid addiction problem was a massive addiction that was hitting white communities. It was much heavier within white communities than it was within black communities, and vice versa. The crack epidemic was bigger within the ghetto urban communities than it was within the white communities. And yes, these two things were treated completely differently. And these laws, these guidelines, etc., are the facts in black and white that cannot be argued or disputed. They even went as far to say that heroin is a physical addiction, while cocaine is only a mental addiction. And they pushed that false agenda for years. The CIA during Contra specifically targeted black communities, while the heroin pill epidemic didn't target anybody specifically. But because it hit the white communities, it was treated differently. So yes, nothing Conscious Lee said was wrong. And talking in a condescending tone does not make you right. It makes you seem like an asshole.